No, actually, I was just gonna keep it right here, so I have it, so like I can mess with the levels.
Oh,
All right. Okay. All right. I'm ready to go if you are.
I'm ready.
All
Just
right.
Actually, let me kick that
Why are you kicking the cable?
because it gets in my way.
What is
There
it?
we go. I'm ready.
I hate you so much.
What? I moved it slightly.
Yeah,
It's kind of better.
kind of better. What was wrong with it?
Well, I need some space for my feetsies.
Anyway,
God.
so welcome to the first episode of our currently yet unnamed podcast.
I had a good name for it. I don't know why
We'll
we're
come
still
back
sitting
to it.
on that.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that.
All right,
All right.
sure.
But anyway, so I'm Jake.
I'm Ben.
How you been doing, Ben?
I've been.
You've been.
Oh my God! Fuck yeah, that's amazing.
I'm surprised you never realized that before.
Yeah, that's the only good part of my name I actually like. But yeah, it's
Hot topic.
it's been all right. Yeah.
You been all right for the past week?
Yeah. Basically, nothing too eventful.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
How about
good.
you? How about yourself?
So actually, I had a really exciting event happen yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to the filming of BattleBots.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
How'd that go?
good. You like, in the off chance anyone doesn't know, like it's like two robots that like go into the ring and they like beat the shit out of each other, right?
Of course, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Battle bots.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah. So yesterday was also momentous because I guess I technically signed my first NDA. Because I'm not allowed to say what robots were there, who won, what happened.
Right.
But
So
yeah.
who won?
Well, you see, interesting. No, but yeah. So I went, and it was really random how this all kind of came about. Because I was just at home, and then my mother had come up to me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to go to BattleBots with your dad?" And I was
Right.
like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Do you just want to go to BattleBots with your dad?" And I just kind of was like, "All right, sure." And then like a month and a half later, it's like, "Hey, Jake, you ready to go to BattleBots on Friday?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's right." It was really weird.
Mhm.
It was really because we were the live audience.
Yeah.
Because this was the first time they had an audience since the coming back out of COVID, and yeah, I would never ever do that ever again.
Really? Well,
Being in a live audience sucks.
well,
It sucks.
they're directing you, aren't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
it sucks. You do a lot of waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I knew there was gonna be some of that just because it's a TV show, but man, I did not expect like so we got there well we had to leave at like 10:30 at like 10:30, right?
A.M.
Yeah, AM. We left at 10:30 a.m. and we didn't get there until noon.
Yeah.
And then it went from noon until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Straight. No stop, no food. They even had signs saying not to bring in food either. All you could bring in was like water. So it was just everybody in there on these hard ass metal bleachers with nothing but bottles of water, and we're just sitting there waiting as they like are like so and so raw comes in and then so and so raw comes in, and they'd be like, actually guys, can we do that again? We didn't have the audience excited enough, so then they have to do the take again. Or that was the interesting parts though, was like seeing them like have to redo a take. Because I don't have you ever seen like the show of BattleBots?
Yeah. Partially.
Partially. You know, like they have like the announcer guy, like Farouk, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like he has like those weird like rhymes before like he introduced the robot, like, back in the jungle again, here comes in Wrath Kitty. You know what I mean?
No, but go on.
Well, he has these really long non sequitur kind of like introduction things, and that's kind of his thing, right? He actually messed one up during the recording, and it was really funny because he's like getting really involved into it, and it's like a really long one, and then he's like, so da 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 da. Nope, back from the top. Sorry, guys, and then the whole audience went, oh. But actually, I really understand how much people loved him because like before the first match even starts, like as everybody's getting like ready, it's like you hear like over the intercom, like, all right, guys, we're gonna start now. Fruuk's coming out, and everyone in the audience just starts going, Fruuk, 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 like chanting his name, like going like batshit for him, and then he comes out and he does it, and the audience just erupts like crazy. The whole roof just popped off. It was
Were there a lot of people there?
oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. We had a full audience. We had a really like it was packed.
Hmm.
We had so many people. Like they used one whole side. I'd say the room was roughly the size of like you know like a basketball court.
All right.
It's like that, but then another 50% of another basketball court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So like we had one whole wall with the bleachers, and then I guess they were planning on not even using the other because they just wanted us all on one side for cameras, right? But there were some people they actually had to overflow to the other set of bleachers. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty aside from all the waiting, it was pretty cool. I really wish I could talk about some of the matches because they were really interesting. The last one, it was especially just went off the rails.
Well, I guess everyone's gonna find out when BattleBot season.
I don't know. I honestly I couldn't even say even if I knew. Like
Check out BattleBots on ABC. Wait, is it ABC?
Discovery.
Discovery Channel. Wait, no. Discovery's defunct, isn't it?
Well, whatever Discovery is now.
Just check out BattleBots.
Oh no, it's on the Science Channel. Never mind, it's on the Science
God damn it, Jacob.
I'm really bad at this.
We could have had a sponsorship deal. Well, you know what's funny? You mentioning that is the reason why I took like a weird pause whenever you said BattleBots is I was trying to think of why that was so familiar, and I was actually offered a gig as a PA for BattleBots as well.
For like one of the because I know they were doing this for like a couple days.
Yeah.
So like for one of those.
Because my friend is actually working on BattleBots
Really?
as one of the film crew.
Really?
And he offered me a PA job. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll pass.
You know, if it makes you feel any better, the PA crew that they were having a good time. Like it was actually like that.
I don't know how that's supposed to make me feel better, but yeah, go on.
Well, I mean, if you would have gone, it would have been fun. Like,
I don't see, Jacob. When you say that, when you say to someone, "Oh, if it makes you feel better," it's supposed to say, "Oh, they had a really shitty time" or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Oh no, they were actually
works,
having a lot of fun."
Yeah, I guess I'm just stupid. Sorry, but anyway, it looks like the crew was having a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad they were having fun.
Like in front of us, they had like two PAs that were just like directing people to like their seats or whatever, and like would make sure no one got into like the areas where they were actually shooting, where they didn't like want people standing. And they had like house music that would go in between, and like there's these two girls, and one of them like she was just getting it on. She was vibing, and I was kind of looking at her, and occasionally she would just like stop and then like look over, and I realized no, not just her was vibing, both of them were, and they kept throwing it back to each other, back and forth across the crowd. Like one would like they had like a Black Eyed Peas song going, and like one of them would be like moving and gyrating and grooving, and then like pop it over, and then the other would be like yeah, and then like throw it back, and they just kept doing this for like nearly 4 hours straight.
Okay, see, so now that makes me feel better because I would have never done that shit.
I mean, I guess because you're boring and not fun, but
that describes me to a T.
Yeah, it does describe you to a T. I did walk by one of them at one point, and she did like kind of like throw it at me, and then I just kind of did a little groove and threw it back, and we all laughed really hard. It was a good wholesome moment.
Yeah, Big Chungus, I understand.
Big Chungus, you want to go fuck yourself.
Right.
Yeah, but no, it was a lot of fun. Definitely wouldn't do it again. Especially my dad. My dad had a hard time sitting through all that.
He didn't like the show?
No, he loved the show. He thought it was great. The problem is we were sitting with a family of 6 kids in front of us and a family of 2 kids right behind us.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, yeah. And my dad got pretty pissed because we paid for these tickets, right? And they were like $80 a pop. And my dad he like leaned over to me. He's like, you know, I'm really pissed that I paid $80 to see a green square in front of my fucking face all the time. Because when the kids had signs,
oh boy,
and they're just tall enough that the signs literally went right in front of our faces.
Oh.
So he like missed stuff. And it was mostly be when they were just bringing the robots out, because that's when everybody would be like, "All right, guys, cheer, yay!" Eventually though, like I did kind of like I kind of sat on the same sides where the parents were, and eventually the dad in front of me, like he kind of caught on, and like when she would try to do it during the matches, he kind of like would grab her arm and be like, honey, they're not filming us during the actual fights. You can just watch. You can just watch the fights. It's fine. But I mean, aside from that stuff, he had a good time. But man, those metal benches were rough for 4 hours straight.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they sold merch there too, which was really weird.
BattleBots merch?
Yeah, like you could buy T-shirts and hats and stuff.
Can I buy a bot?
Undefined.
Really?
Undefined. I don't know. I mean, maybe some of the broken ones.
Because I imagine they would do that. Like, oh, here's a piece from BattleBot 97.
Yeah, here's a bot. Here's a screw from Kitty Jungle. What was the fake robot I made up before?
Something kitty robot.
Kitty robot. Yeah, meow. Meow
I
ow.
hope that's not one of the bots' names because you just immediately.
I don't think so. To be fair, I don't know a lot of their names. I know enough to be familiar with some of them. You know, like I even have a personal favorite. Like I like one called Tombstone. Because he just literally rips other robots in half, which is pretty awesome. And I love the driver for it. Has such a smug, like, yeah, I'm the best kind of attitude. And I knew a lot. Actually, I knew like most, if not all, but like one or two that were here. But yeah, it was, I don't know, it was interesting, but man, it really ruined some of the TV magic of just like, cool. Like the segment that goes in the front of the episode, like where they're talking like, oh, welcome to episode whatever, here's what's on the fight card tonight. That's filmed right at the end. Like they did that, and then we had one more match, and then we left. So like when they're saying that stuff, they already know who's won all these fights, which is really funny. The other weird thing is too, they filmed 2 halves of 2 different episodes while we were there.
Interesting.
Yeah, like they filmed the back half of, I guess, the previous thing they were doing, and they filmed the front half of this new event that they're doing. But yeah, no, it was pretty wild. It was fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. I enjoyed that.
Definitely an experience, but you know,
it really was. I'm really glad I went.
But anytime you ever have like a behind the scenes experience for like any TV show or production, rather, it just kind of ruins the magic of it.
Yeah, I really wonder why that is.
I mean, me with a background in film, you just lose that magic the first time you get on a set, and it's just sucks ass.
Well, what I thought was interesting is specifically BattleBots. The scale is really thrown off from what you think it is. Like the robots were much bigger than I had thought. But the arena and like the actual area where they do all these fights is way smaller than I thought.
Really, because it looks pretty huge on like on
it
camera,
does,
doesn't it?
I realize they just use a really nice wide angle lens or something, because the arena like it's maybe the size of like a small house, really, like maybe 2 rooms like squished together, really about that like area, that volume of space. And like in the beginning of the show, they have this tunnel that they walk down, you know, where they bring the robots through, and it's like everybody cheers and they walk down it. That tunnel is not long. That tunnel is maybe like 5 or 6 feet long max. It's so short. Not only from my seat could I see the end of it, I could see the start of it and the little walkway that led up to it with the little red carpet, where while one team is coming down, I can see the second team just hanging out, waiting for their cue.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling. Like one of the girls I saw over there, she was just so bored and was just like, checking her watch, like, oh, when can we go on? And that was interesting too, is I always forget that they come in with all these like teams of people, like 8 or 9 people will come out. Only one's piloting the robot and one's running the stage hazards. So it kind of made me like wonder, like I've always kind of wondered, like, what do all these other people do? Answer: they just stand there and watch, or they just play with the crowd. Like we had one team come out, and there's like a team of like 9 or 8 people. It was a lot of them, maybe 7. And there was like this girl on one of the teams, and she came out and like saw that they had fans, because I guess she's never seen her fans before or whatever. But anyway, they started cheering for their team, and then she kept like pointing at different people in the audience, and then the audience would yell, and she kept doing that for about 10 minutes, to the point where a PA had to come over and tell her to stop because they're trying to film something. And It was just like, oh, that's I wonder if this is her first time coming out to this, because she seems just as enamored with all this as I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a super interesting experience. I kind of would go do it again,
You
but
just said you wouldn't go to it
I
again.
know I talked myself into it. Shut up.
God damn it.
But
All right.
I think the difference is I didn't know what I was getting into the first time.
Yeah.
Because like there are people who came there, that have like those like attachment things for the benches that give you like a cushion and like a back.
Oh, yeah.
If I maybe had one of those, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Hmm.
But I don't know. There were also a lot of negatives to it too. So I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, not for me.
I don't blame
Nah.
you. I don't blame you. I don't. It's kind of it's a weird one.
Hmm.
It's a weird one.
Well, that's cool. Sounds like you had a good experience to share.
I
this
did.
week.
I really did. Did you have an equally good experience?
No.
No. You just stayed at home?
Yeah, I
We're
just stayed at
boring?
home. That's my life. I don't. You do the fun stuff. I do the boring stuff.
Dude, I'm just trying to get content for our new show.
I mean, so do I. But yeah, no, I don't have anything.
Wow, you are giving me nothing. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I did realize something though
What's
about this. It's funny we're talking about this. So the way we're doing this, right, is that we're recording like a Saturday, and then a week later it gets uploaded, right? Because I'm the one that has to edit it, and honestly, I have other things to do, so it can wait a week, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what today is?
Saturday.
Do you know what the date of today is?
It's the 4th.
Yeah. What's 4 plus 7?
Jacob, that's a really dangerous question to ask.
No, just what's 4 plus 7?
8, 9, 10, 11. Oh.
Yeah. So do you realize what day this is going to be uploaded on? Ben, do you realize what we have accidentally done?
Happy anniversary.
we have accidentally made the anniversary of our new podcast 9/11. I was laying in bed last night thinking about this, and I was all like curled up, looking cute in my jams, and I sat there and I was like, just when you get like you think about the projects you got doing and the timetable, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait a minute, when does this get uploaded again? And to my horror, I did the math and I was like, oh no. Well, I guess you'll never forget when this podcast comes out.
Well, I thought it was going to go up on a Friday.
No, this was going to go up on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's some nice symbolism there, because it's going to crash exactly like the towers did. But that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's going to be the second greatest tragedy to happen on such a day.
Are 9/11 jokes still offensive? Or?
I think so, which is why I haven't really made a direct 9/11 joke. But
Okay.
man, isn't it? That's weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd.
It's a little
I
odd.
don't know if that's like
Is that a bad sign?
distasteful.
Is it a bad sign for us?
I mean, I'm sure there's very many controversies that we're going to be involved in the future. So, I mean, let's start off
With a good one.
with a good one,
A funny one, at least.
a funny one. Yeah. I don't know who's going to be laughing, but yeah.
Definitely
that.
not anyone whose family member is a firefighter. That's for sure.
I mean, Nah. I think we'll be fine.
See, no, the real trick is we got to win them back over.
Hmm.
And I hope that BattleBot story was enough to win them back over.
I know very many people who are firemen love BattleBots.
Is that true?
Do
you know that for a fact?
I mean, the robots destroy things. Firefighters
Repair things?
repair things. So I mean, they go hand in hand. That's what when I think of BattleBots, I think of firemen.
To be fair, a robot did catch on fire. So I mean, yeah,
okay. Firemen put out fires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess same thing, right?
Same thing.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
I just what a terrible day to upload this on. What an absolutely terrible day. I really thought about changing it afterwards, but I think I'm just gonna let it roll. I think we're just gonna let it roll.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now the real trick is we got to make sure that whatever our podcast is named, it's not like podcast can't melt steel beams or some shit.
See, that could be pushing it.
That could be pushing it.
Could be pushing a little bit,
Mhm.
but
But
Wouldn't be against it.
You wouldn't be against it. That's what you're okay with.
Yeah.
That's in the okay.
See, yeah.
What's not okay then?
Sexually explicit, like, like the orgy podcast. Maybe that might be a little.
Ooh,
That's a little
orgy
bit too
cast.
much.
Hang on, wait. You're kind of winning me back a little bit.
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's gonna be an easy sponsorship.
Well, what if we get like sponsored by like Fleshlight or something?
Well, see, I could do that. It's
Although,
just
would Fleshlight sponsor an orgy cast? Like their whole kind of thing is like the solo job, you know?
the solo job.
Yeah, like, well, would you bring out like your Fleshlight in the middle of like, guys, this will really mix it up.
I mean, it could. I mean, you've seen hentai or
Not many times have they brought out the Fleshlight in the middle of the hentai. I'm gonna be honest with you.
yeah. All right, yeah. Admittedly, I can't say I've seen that.
Yeah,
either, so.
see, so walk that back. All right.
I'm, it's broad, general enough to sexually explicit content.
All right, fine.
Hmm.
So this was kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I thought it'd be good to talk about.
Hentais?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
but not that today.
Okay.
Another
yeah,
day. We're gonna
we'll do
rain
that.
check that
We'll do
one.
that next anniversary.
Yeah, you get your list ready. That'll
Okay.
be.
Yeah.
We'll record that one on the 9/11 one. How about that?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
But no, I thought it would be kind of fun if we talked a little bit about maybe what we could name this as part of our first episode.
Okay, sure.
So I have a list of a couple names here.
All right, yeah, hit me.
All right. And you gotta, we'll talk each one out a little bit and we'll
Sure.
see how you're feeling about it. So, of course, our channel is Resource 13, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, easy one, easy first lob, right? Resource cast.
I don't know how to feel about that one. That one's like, it's like you cut off. Well, I guess you didn't cut off anything.
Well, I took off half of the name technically.
The letter, the numbers.
The numbers are spelt with letters.
I'm sorry. What? What do you mean?
Well, numbers are spelt with letters, right?
What do you?
How do you spell the word two? TWO.
Right.
Yeah.
But Resource 13 isn't like the 13 isn't spelled as 13. It's just the numbers.
Well, you know what I mean. Shut up.
No, I don't know why. I mean, that's why I'm questioning you on this.
Shut up. Anyway, Resource cast. Well, your thoughts on that?
Okay, so you chop off the 13 and then
Yeah.
you kind of just slap on the cast. It's kind of like just doing a little repair job,
Yeah. See, I didn't mind this one, but my thought was it sounds like we're investment bankers a little bit.
Resource cast.
Yeah, or like an extension of like a Joe Rogan podcast. Like MGTOW, like I got to keep my resources, strong.
Sure, yeah.
Or like we're bankers, like talking about like what kind of stocks we're gonna sell.
Mad money.
Mad money.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right. But are you not a fan? It doesn't seem like you're a fan.
I'm not. No, I got a thumbs down.
Thumbs down?
Thumbs
Okay.
down.
Okay. All right. So I thought, well, obvious next step, right? I didn't care for resource cast, so I thought, what about if we flip it now?
Resource 13 cast.
Weirdly, that is not on my list.
Okay.
I never had the thought for that. I thought that was too on the nose.
Yeah.
I thought that was too on the nose. I had thought, hey, you know what? Why don't we flip it, right? So podcast 13, huh?
For some reason, I like that more than resource
That's
cast.
what I thought too, right? Kind of weird.
But
it's a little generic.
It's a little bit generic.
But I mean, my other thought too was like podcasts are just so common. Everyone has one now. Like I've heard one that's named like Yet Another Podcast. It's kind of almost playing into the meme,
Yeah, but see, when something gets so popular, you can do the meta thing for a tiny sliver of time.
That's true.
But once that time's passed, then you've hit a point where it's just too obviously meta, and then it actually distracts from the experience.
Yeah, and I agree, because I think for a name, you're gonna go way past that date, right?
Yeah.
So I agree. I as much as I like the ring of it, I think podcast 13 it's just not there.
Agreed.
But I liked the number, right? So what I got next, right? The Lucky 13 podcast.
Jacob, what in our past experience of knowing each other makes you think that we're lucky?
But see, it's kind of like ironic, right? Like, because 13's a really unlucky number. So
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Oh, okay. See, you didn't sell, and then you won me back over
Yeah,
again. Good
so
job.
and I could see the logo, like it has like a horseshoe maybe, or I don't know, like I'll workshop that all out later, but
Sure.
like I don't know, I kind of like this one, right? This one's not bad, right?
hmm
Yeah, what do you think?
You know, I'm. I don't know if I'm like really thumbs up, but I'm like maybe quarter away from a full thumbs up.
Like in the movie Sparta when he's like about to
Yeah, he's doing a little
a
Shake
little
Shack,
quiver to
Yeah.
it. Yeah. All right. I'm glad we're kind of on the same page
All
about
right.
this. So I kind of thought about that one, and I was like really had to like, I was like, I gotta think of something else here, right? So then the next one I have, right, two dudes in a podcast.
I think we saw that one.
Did we see that
I
one?
think
Wait, is that a real cast?
I swear it is. Yes, I think it's a real podcast.
Damn it! I really like that name.
Yeah, giving a shout out to those dudes.
I don't know anything about them, and I'm
don't.
not gonna give them a free shout out. I just don't. Not because I think they're bad guys. I just don't know anything about them.
So gonna retract that shout out because apparently Jacob's not comfortable with it. So
Look, what if they're bad people? I'm not saying they are, but what if they are?
look, I'm just gonna assume because that's a pretty solid name.
You know,
I think so. If that wasn't taken, I'd give that a huge thumbs up.
you have a good point. It's such a solid name. You got to be a pretty solid dude to
Yeah.
grab that. Okay, so then there's the one that we've talked about a lot. This is the last one on the list,
Sure.
and I think it's either the best one or the worst one.
Oh, okay.
The BJ Power Hour.
See, I mean, I'm a little bit biased because I think that's my name. That
I
came up
mean,
with.
it's a good name. I'm just the BJ Power Hour.
Sure.
Is that
What-
is that something you could like could you go to your work colleagues and be like, "Hey guys, go listen to my new podcast,
Well,
the BJ Power Hour"?
I mean, yes, but it just kind of depends what the content is because I mean, we're not gonna be talking about sexually explicit things hugely often. You know.
Carefully, you write a check you can't cash there. See, that's my thing though. Is like I don't want to get like pigeonholed into like.
Well, I understand, but
Yeah.
Well, one we need to figure out is this a podcast you can listen to at work on speakers
See,
and not on AirPods?
well, see, here's the thing though. As I'm gonna swear for sure,
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay.
So that's already kind of like out of the water.
All right.
already.
So that we can immediately assume that this is not something that you should probably be listening to on speaker on phone.
If you have a cool boss,
If you have a cool boss,
then like you send them the link. But there's always going to be someone in the office that's going to say, I don't like that. You're always going to have that Karen or that Todd or that Jennifer that's going to just not going to deal with this, right? Which is fine. It's just not for them.
we're gonna come back to those names, but sure.
What's wrong with Todd and Jennifer?
We already figured out the male version of a
What
Karen.
was the male version of a Karen?
I really wish you didn't put me on the spotlight like that because I was gonna try to figure it out. But sure, I think it was Cliff.
Was it Cliff or
I think it was
Kent?
Cliff. We went to Chick-fil-A and we were while waiting in the drive-thru, we were trying to figure out what's the male version.
I totally forgot about this
of a Karen.
conversation. Why did we settle on Cliff?
Damn, I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I don't know, man. That was a weird night in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. It was a
shit
weird night.
happens. But we'll get back to it.
Okay. Anyway, but yes, but yeah, no. So I don't know. Like you could send your cool boss the link to the BJ Power Hour, but what is he gonna expect with that name? And what do I even do for a logo, huh?
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking like,
Yeah.
I was thinking of like PBJ, but the P is gonna be purple because
Yeah, it's purple.
the B,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
rather.
yeah.
I'd be the purple, you'd be the J,
Yeah.
which is red.
Yeah.
We have the letters B and J, and then I don't know whatever the rest.
You graphic design is not your passion.
Well,
my
that's
man.
because I'm not a graphic design artist. So.
Neither am I,
I'm
and
an
yet I do
editor.
all our graphic design.
You have history with graphic design.
Yeah, but man, I hate doing our graphic design.
I
It
hate
sucks.
editing, so that's.
But you love editing. That's like your whole like thing.
Did you just not listen to the past sentence that I've just said? Where I said I hated it.
I heard it. You're just lying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You do
'Cause
that
it's
a
true.
lot.
I was lying.
Yeah, you see, I know you.
yeah.
So, I don't know. I see. I'm strongly into the BJ Power Hour. I also like it immediately. Is like this is only going to be an hour because I can't be fucked to edit anything that's longer than that.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
I can't stand talking to you for more than an hour, so that's fine.
Okay. Whoa, that's rude.
Maybe we should have kept that to myself, but
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Oh,
podcast is where we air everything out.
all the dirty laundry's coming out.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You'll get over it.
Yeah,
But
all right. So
yeah.
it sounds like we're kind of stuck between BJ Power Hour and the Lucky 13 podcast.
See, I think I like both of them pretty equally.
I do too. I at least like that the 13 though one is on brand. It's on brand, and I think it's a funny name.
But I just think the BJ Power Hour is more of a solid hook. Just like, well, what's this? Someone's scrolling on the podcast.
But what if someone thinks it's some weird
But
Ben and Jerry's fan podcast?
The Ben and Jerry's fan podcast. But even I think that works to our flavor. See what I did there? But it's just like, what weird person's gonna comment on the next Ben and Jerry's flavor? How many Ben and Jerry flavors do you think there are, by the way?
72.
72. I don't know if that's true, but see how many podcasts
69.
could you do for 72 flavors or 69 flavors, however many flavors they have? It's like that's a hook right there, Jacob. I'd click on that. I wouldn't stay there for more than 10 seconds.
See, no,
I think we have such comedic charm that.
What, you win them over?
Yeah.
They would be. So you want someone to be like, oh my God, Ben and Jerry's like fan cast.
Yeah.
And then they go click on it and they realize immediately that
that they've invaded.
Not only is this not a Ben and Jerry's like fan cast, and that B, there's in fact no talk of ice cream whatsoever aside from this.
No.
Just follow me here.
Okay.
That there will be no talk of ice cream. And then you think we're gonna win them over after they've been disappointed not once, but twice in a row? I think not, sir. I think not.
When you put it like that.
I see. See, that's what I mean. We're setting ourselves up for failure. Do you know how many people love Ben and Jerry's ice cream? At least 2.
That is indeed more than one.
Yeah, at least 2 people will be very upset with us. Maybe even a third.
Ooh.
Look.
That's like almost.
And I'm gonna make him mad again and say that like Blue Bunny is way better as ice cream, but I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I feel so bad for the 3 Ben and Jerry fans.
Are you a big
right
fan
now.
of Ben and Jerry's ice cream?
Not at all.
See, so like Cold Stone, I'd rather have a Cold Stone podcast. Can we be the Cold Stone cast?
It's kind of a cool name.
It's kind of a cool name. It has nothing to do with anything though. I don't even know what cast that would be that is not literally just a Cold Stone fan cast. It's okay though. So, but we're definitely stuck between these 2 names now is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't have an idea to resolve like if we'd be stuck between the 2 of them. I just kind of was hoping that we just kind of figure it out and then we could just move on. So I don't know what to do now. I've run out of options.
Well, on the anniversary, maybe we'll figure it out.
So we're gonna not have a name for a full year is your solution.
Oh no, I meant like a week from now on the day of. Yeah, just like we're gonna keep the audience. We're gonna keep the one person watching right now. We're gonna keep them on suspense.
One person? What? You're not gonna share this with your mom?
Not after our discussion on hentai. No, I'm not.
Benjamin, what is a hentai?
Well, you see, maybe it's best if some things are left unanswered.
Just something.
And then she pulls out Google and searches up hentai.
Yeah, that's
hentai own a hole.
Ooh. Man, I've heard about getting thrown in the deep end. You're talking like the deeper end. Just like the pool is not 12 feet deep. It's 36.
Well, at least I didn't say like tentacle monster or something. Like, oh my God, I said that. And she's going to, oh my God, I got to stop talking.
Oh, God. So I guess we'll just have to think about it and we'll come back to that one next time.
Sure. Next time. No, the upload's already going to have the official name.
Oh, shit. You're right. Oh, man. I wish people from the future can come back and tell us. People from a week in the future when we figure this out, like more hammered out. And maybe I have a logo ready. Probably not, though. I'm lazy. I'm not going to have a logo ready.
So what's the thumbnail going to be? What's it?
I don't know. Maybe it'll just be a picture of you.
Do you want me to just pull out the camera right now? We'll just take a photo of our shitty setup right now.
Oh no, I'll be too ashamed of people looking at this terrible setup
Oh,
of my
okay.
iPad and this poor Scarlet sitting in my lap.
Hmm.
Sitting on a music stand. It's a nice music stand though, right?
While sitting on a kitchen chair.
Hey, that's your fault. This is the only chair you had for me.
I'm sorry, I don't have another $1,800 chair to spare.
Or how about instead of an $1,800 chair, you have a 18 divided by 2, $900. You have two $900 chairs
Why would I do that?
for me.
But that means I don't have an $1,800 chair
But
on my
you,
bum.
but you love me, right? We're best friends.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, back to Cliff.
Oh.
So I think the reason why we thought of Cliff
Yeah,
was because we knew, or maybe not.
you're the one telling the story.
Oh,
I clearly don't
This
remember
was just an aside because I wanted to avoid the whole subject of loving you because I actually don't. But
Wow, that was fucking rude. Okay.
yeah, I don't remember.
Do you remember why we were at Chick-fil-A? Was it just to try Chick-fil-A?
Yes, to try Chick-fil-A.
Because I had like never had it before, right?
Mhm.
And I haven't had it since.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
That might be a controversial statement. It was just okay.
Yeah. You know, on the subject, since we're talking about it,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on McDonald's?
Ooh. Um so when I was living on my own for a while, like and I was in college and I had my like own apartment, um I kind of survived off McDonald's. I know, right? You give me the look. Yeah, like I was so broke. I was so broke at the time that I had figured out how to feed myself for 2 days off $10 worth of McDonald's.
Yeah, sounds legit.
It was rough, and I can't look at the Golden Arches the same way no more. I have a very colored opinion of McDonald's, and it's fucking gross. It's really fucking gross to me.
So what you're saying is, if I offered, like, hey Jacob, do you want to go to McDonald's after this? You would say,
Die. No, I would not go back. I'm sorry. I mean, I think the extent would be I would get one of those like frappe things, like one of their coffee things, and but like that's it. Like I got so sick of eating the same thing, like the same couple menu items, that like I would try to like find fun ways to like mix up like each thing, but that's really hard to do when half of like the strategy for feeding me for 2 days is like getting the cheapest things on the menu. So like I think the order would consist of like a couple of like their $1 hamburgers or like chicken sandwiches or whatever. Because weirdly, the price changes in the amount of burgers you get. I don't know if this is still true, but like for like example, at the McDonald's that I would order my food from, $2 two plain cheeseburgers, right? Is just $2. So it'd just be $1 each. But if you got a third one, the third one will be like $1.80. But if you got 4, they would each be $1 each. I have no idea why, but I'm really grateful because then it would just be like I found the perfect ratio that was just like $10 even. Boom, send that out. And then like I would just get my food, and I would be fed for like 2 days. Because I would just eat like one burger at a time and a couple of French fries out of like the large like French fry thing. And it was a sad existence. It was really sad.
Yeah, that sounds really sad, Jacob.
It was really depressing. Or I would be like, I need to eat a little healthier. I guess I'll get the chicken sandwich.
Oh,
instead.
the chicken sandwich. Ooh, gotta get those vitamins in ya.
I learned also very quickly that if you intend to keep a McDonald's chicken sandwich in your fridge, at least overnight, get it plain. Don't leave like the mayo and the lettuce on there.
It's gonna get soggy.
Yeah, it gets really gross.
Yeah.
And I had to eat that because that was all the food I had at the time. Yeah, it was a rough period of my life.
What a pitiful existence.
It
Jacob.
was a very pitiful existence. But man, when you live on your own during college, you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I literally can't relate to that at all. So,
wow, thanks for laying to my struggle. Thanks for just laughing and just calling me dipshit.
Yeah. But hey, that's our dynamic.
Yeah, it's our dynamic. But yeah, no, that was rough. Why do you bring up my
Well,
thoughts on
I'll get to it, but
did you want to go get McDonald's after this? Is
no,
that why you're
absolutely not. So My opinion of McDonald's is like that is the absolute lowest tier of
agree.
fast food for
I
me.
agree completely.
If anyone ever recommends like, oh, hey, do you want to go to McDonald's? I think lesser of them.
As like a person?
Perhaps not as a person, but just their opinion
In your book.
in my book has been lessened.
Yeah.
I can't
okay.
trust you with food decisions at that point.
Okay, I gotta ask though, like what's
Sure.
the inverse of that though? What's like the food, like if we're out and about,
Sure.
like maybe we don't know each other super well, but we're like mutual friend group or whatever.
Sure.
And then I say X restaurant, your actual opinion of me has improved.
Well, I know I'm going to make some people mad. And in fact, I make myself a little bit mad. But I'd say if you said, hey, how does Wendy's sound?
See, I agree. I don't know. Well, see, I don't know if I would agree in that it would make my opinion of them better, but I'd be like, solid dude.
I'd say that's a person I can trust. Because my opinion of Wendy's has been skewed a little bit for the past couple of the past year.
Why would you say that?
Well, back then, me and my brother-in-law had a meme of where
A meme, if you will.
yeah, a meme, if you will, where every time we went to Wendy's, it would either be a solid 9, or you'd get like a 6, and that's the risk that we like to take because that nine hit, Jacob. Man, did it hit. And it wasn't just like, oh, is this one specific restaurant? We've been to multiple ones
We've been to multiple Wendy's, and I think it's still pretty much like that.
Yeah, and it's been like that pretty continuously. But unfortunately, the past couple of times that I've gone, instead of being like a 9 and a 6, it's been like a 7 and a 4.
Ooh,
and that 4 is pretty risky to me.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, I don't know if this was worth it.
Yeah. Well,
And
the
I
last couple times we went, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but I still have that in the back of my mind. I have to go back like multiple times, and you really got to push me on that. Where I'm just like, man, I don't know.
I get that. So what's like? Well, then I gotta ask then. What's like the safe choice of like your fast food tier list?
So just recently, my safe choice has been In-N-Out, surprisingly.
Oh, you're one of those guys now.
And this is what spurred on this conversation.
Okay.
Because In-N-Out's one of those really weird places.
It's you love it or you hate it.
Either you love it or you hate it.
And then people hate you for hating it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but here's an opinion that I've stumbled on recently. I think In-N-Out's overhated. But at the same time, I also think
What?
that it's what's the opposite of overhated? Overstated,
Overhyped?
overhyped. And I completely agree that it's overhyped.
Yeah, because that's how I feel about it. I think it's
And
really
that's how
overhyped.
I felt about it too.
Mhm.
And I still agree that it's overhyped. I don't think it's the shit that everyone thinks it is.
Mhm.
But that's like literally my standard of, all right, this is just something decent. This is literally fast food.
So what you're saying is the people who hate it too much, and the people who love it, like are like all in on it, are just way too excited about it.
I think it's the fault of the overhyped crowd because I still don't see it. And I think on that token, the overhated is just like,
okay.
You know what I mean? If this is making sense.
The people who are so into it are so obnoxious that like someone like me is just like,
and it's so annoying, especially just like, oh my God, In-N-Out's the place for burgers. Like, no, it's not.
It's just burger.
It's just burger, dude.
Yeah. See, that's because that is why I don't like guys who are like, oh, In-N-Out. Because just like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
It's just a burger.
Yeah.
I don't care about your stupid animal fries. It's just a burger.
I don't care about your shitty secret menu. I don't
see. I hate that too.
I hate that too.
Why can't you just be on the menu? Like, I don't like this weird.
On their website, it's listed as their not so secret menu.
So why call it that?
I think
is that just a holdover?
I think it's just to keep their menu just as smooth as possible. It's just like you have your double, you have your cheeseburger, and then you have just your regular burger. And I think it's just to keep the menu short.
I guess. Well, maybe this is a bit secular to ask. What does it mean to animal style something?
I don't know. I'm not
okay. I'm asking the wrong guy.
You're
Sorry.
asking. I don't give a shit about In-N-Out Burger if that wasn't made clear.
I don't know. You eat there more than I do, obviously.
Yes, I actually ate there just 2 days ago. So, yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think you're onto something though. I think that's a fair assessment.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe give it another try. Maybe I'll just go in with the actual like expectation of yeah, it's food.
Yeah, that's just my opinion of it. Because Wendy's was my previous spot, but they, like I've said, it's just been a little bit too low.
It's dropped.
Yeah, I'll go back to it someday, but for right now, I think me and Wendy's need a little
Yeah.
bit of a.
Well, I
break.
totally know what you mean because like when I was living in South Dakota,
Mm.
like when I was going to college, our spot was Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's just how it was. And part of that was because we lived in such a small town that like literally the only two fast places were a Burger King and a Taco Bell
Yeah.
that were right next to each other.
I don't remember the Burger King. I remember the Taco Bell
Yeah,
location.
well, it was right next door. We
Mm.
had a McDonald's too.
I don't remember seeing McDonald's.
It was
there.
also next to the Burger King.
Oh,
It was on the
okay.
other side of it. They were all like in one little like little scoop together.
Mm.
But so we just went to Burger King all the time. And actually, that was one of the better Burger Kings I'd ever been to. Because like the Burger Kings out here, I don't like.
Shit.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
They're really bad. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just in the areas that we live. Like the Burger Kings just happen to just always be bad. But like I'm thinking of one in particular.
But see, I think I'd rather go to a Burger King than a McDonald's.
I agree. I still agree with that. Yeah.
They're still pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
But like by decimal points, I think Burger King would still win because they have chicken fries.
That and I actually like the grilled taste of their burger.
Mm.
Like I normally don't care for like a place's like our grilled burger, right? Like as like a selling point.
Mhm.
But if we're like comparing between the two, Burger King and McDonald's, at least then that's an extra flavor to their burger as opposed to is beef maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Uh,
I don't know. The chicken fries I don't care much for. Like, it's just like more complicated chicken nuggets.
well, I don't know.
I'm gonna call it as I see it. They're more complicated chicken nuggets.
I agree.
I did have a friend though. Every time we went to Burger King, that would be all he would get. Like that would be the meal that he had chosen for himself is chicken fries and a small order of fries. And I never understood it. I never understood it because it's you actually
That's
don't
the
get
meal?
them. Like no, that's what he would order specifically.
But he didn't order like a burger or
No,
that was his entree.
yeah,
just
that was
chicken
his
fries
entree.
and
Yeah,
fries.
that's what I'm saying. And I was just like, bro, you're gonna get hungry later. Are you sure you don't want more? And he'd be like, this is good for me.
Did he in fact get hungry later?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was just stubborn enough that he kept at it for like 2 years, but I have no idea.
So yeah, speaking of overhyped things,
Okay. Speaking of overhyped things, yes.
Halloween.
Really?
Oh, so now you're gonna be one of those people now. Okay.
I love
All right.
Halloween. Shut your whore mouth.
So I want you to explain this to me.
okay.
What is the deal with Halloween?
It's
What
fun.
is
It's
elaborate?
Fun. It's
Elaborate.
fun. It's just fun. Like it's the only time of the year
Mm-hmm.
where like you can just like put up weird spooky shit around your house or like we have a dedicated day or technically a week or 2 weeks however you want to cut at this point.
A month?
Okay, a month where you can like wear a costume and like it's not weird. You know what I mean? Like cuz you go, it's Halloween whatever. Or like you like people hold parties where it's like come in your best. I don't know. It's different than the norm. That's why I like it. It's so like kind of oddball and fun. Why? Why do you hate Halloween? Why do you hate Halloween?
Because people love Halloween so much.
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
It's the most unique holiday we have. Is there any holiday we have that isn't even remotely similar?
Compared to what do you mean?
Any of them. Are any of our other holidays anything like Halloween, really? Like Halloween has not only its unique aesthetic, it has a unique tradition, it's just so unique in and of itself. Cuz like if you think about it, Christmas is a lot like Thanksgiving. Independence Day is a lot like Veterans Day. You know what I mean? Like a lot of holidays kind of go hand to hand with each other.
Well, for me, the only two real holidays, sorry, I guess three, so are Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Everything else you only do for a day.
Well,
There is no like
yes, because those are like the 3 seasonal months of our calendar year in America, right? But I mean like if you break down what each holiday we do, right? Cuz like President's Day, Veterans Day, Independence Day, 4th of July, like those are all days about like like basically our government, right? Like memorializing different parts of like stuff that the government's done, right?
Sure.
And then like I kind of put personally I put Thanksgiving and like all the seasonal Christmassy, Hanukkah, all that like in one big kind of pot, right? Because it's all about like being wholesome and being with your family. If you're religious, like you swing that way, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's literally the time of year where I just give the least amount of shit about what you want to do. So like that all kind of jives together. And then we have all these like piddly bullshit holidays that like are throughout the year, like wear a pirate outfit to 7-Eleven day. You know what I mean? Like all this dumb bullshit that no one really cares about that aren't real holidays, but people bring it up for marketing or like whatever dumb shit.
Right.
Halloween is least unique in that what we actually do for it. And that's what makes it fun.
I guess.
You guess? Is literally the only reason you don't like it is because people like it?
Yeah.
Wow, you are gonna
because it's overhyped.
You're gonna live a sad, lonely life with that attitude.
Hey! We just had a discussion on overhyped things. You, Mister. Oh, I hate people who overhype In and Out.
Well, that's different because it doesn't deserve it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Look, am I gonna sit here and be like the Nightmare Before Christmas is the best thing? No, right? But I do enjoy Halloween. I do.
I mean, the only thing I like about Halloween is the aesthetic, the theme of it. But beyond that,
what's wrong with being okay with that then?
Because people are so anxious to celebrate it. We already have Halloween shit up ready to go on September. And everyone thinks of September as it's just September, the month in between August and Halloweeny month.
Well, aside from like our new podcast anniversary,
yeah,
is there anything else that goes on in the middle of September? Like, really?
Yeah.
We have a Memorial Day and that's it.
No. We have another special thing to memorialize.
Which is?
Oh
my God, really?
Yeah, it's Earth, Wind, and Fire, motherfucker.
Do you know any other Earth, Wind, and Fire song?
Yep.
Name it.
Boogie Wonderland.
Shit, you were ready with that.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fret me on that.
I hate you, but I respect that. I respect the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, like, I don't know.
Oh, now we're getting serious. Oh, okay, yeah.
No, well, okay, not really. Seriously, we talked about like our show being called named after BJ's for about 20 minutes. Clearly, we're not that serious.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just think Halloween's fun and like
I much prefer Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing I could get rid of Christmas is the holiday songs. That one I can do without. And I think every retail worker could do without as well.
As someone who was a former retail worker, yes, I can definitely agree with you. The amount of times I've heard that one lady sing like
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yes, what I literally can't even remember her name because
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, thank you.
That should be embedded. That should be embedded in your brain.
Yeah, I heard it so many times. I tried to remove it from my brain. I just like scrape that part of like my gray matter out and just just
lobotomy,
like on the wall.
Lobotomy, yeah.
A volunteer lobotomy just to forget Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Yeah.
And I hate that you like said the name of it now because I literally hear the jingle in my soul. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. I will copyright claim this video myself.
It's a cover song. You can't do it.
I will do it. I don't give a shit.
Fine. We'll do it for the Christmas special podcast.
Probably we will. It's just the part that sucks. It's so ingrained. But yeah, I don't know. Christmas doesn't. I don't know. I don't care much for Christmas.
Christmas
actually.
has a nice feel to it to me. It's a nice month.
Maybe it's just because of like
it's different.
Maybe because it's just the state we live in. Because we don't get like any snow or anything.
Yeah.
Like it never even
for the past couple of years we've been snowing though.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't been here for the last couple of years, so
yeah.
But like I don't know, because like growing up here, like Christmas was just slightly cooler than normal.
Well, it's gonna get cold now.
Supposedly.
I think it's gonna get cold.
Oh, you do? All right, fair enough. But still, I don't know, because like obviously I just talked about living in South Dakota. At least there, when like
there is very different compared to here.
Yeah, and when it was wintertime, it actually had the vibe of being winter.
Yes. Blizzard, hail, snowstorms.
Yes, we did have multiple snowstorms during the end of the year, but they were magical snowstorms.
Oh.
Man, you've never had a Thanksgiving until you've had a Thanksgiving snowed in at your job. Let me tell you, that was a very unique experience. Because I worked in the front desk of a hotel, right? And I was snowed in for Thanksgiving, so I had like maybe like two other guests in the entire hotel because no one else could no one else could come in to check in.
Mm.
And those people had checked in early, and they were just in the room. So I just quietly sat in the dining room by myself with like a turkey dinner, just quietly eating to myself. It was quite a unique Thanksgiving. It was sad.
That sounds like some shit you'd experience in The Shining.
I know, right? It was so weird and surreal. I almost got snowed in like in this hotel for like a week because there was like a really big storm that was coming through, and I was working right at before the start of it, and I like had this moment of like, I swear to God, if I get stuck here, I'm gonna be pissed. And I had managed to just barely get home like right before it started because my shift ended. And normally, you know, anyone who's worked in like a small hotel job knows that normally you're supposed to wait for the person that comes in after you. So you switch out, you know, like you trade places.
Yeah.
The guy who was replaced me was like over an hour late, and I made the judgment call as like, considering what's going on, I'm pretty sure he's an hour late because he's literally stuck. So I'm out. Later,
It's not my problem anymore.
I clocked out. I got that hour of overtime too, which
Ooh.
you know.
Yeah.
But so I just went home and I was like, peace out, and then like pretty much everything in town shut down for like a week. So I was like, cool. I did not want to get stuck there.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would have had enough food to survive there. Cause like all we had were like cereals and yogurts. So I don't know what I would have eaten for like a week. Cause I can't have my $10 like multi-day McDonald's feast in this hotel because McDonald's isn't gonna be open. But yeah, I don't know. I just like Halloween, man. I just really like Halloween. I don't know why you don't like it. I think it's fun.
I don't see what's so fun about it.
So I'm guessing you're not dressing up this year then.
I've never dressed up before in my life.
Well, see, that's why you don't like Halloween then. You never participated.
I've never gone trick-or-treating.
My point exactly. You've never experienced it.
Have
You've
you gone
missed out.
trick-or-treating?
Huh?
Have you gone trick-or-treating?
Absolutely, I've gone trick-or-treating. I've
So-
gone trick-or-treating many times.
Trick-or-treating is just like trying to make work fun. Trying to be a door-to-door salesman, you know?
It's nothing like that. Because we like when you go trick or treating and you like, you know, you do like the you know, like on the door, and you hold out your bag. The person answering the door isn't like, why should I be giving you some candy? Like they're sitting there like, oh, it's Halloween. Here you go. Here's a Tootsie Roll. Here's whatever, right? You know what I mean? You're not trying to convince them to give you their candy.
Quick aside.
Yeah.
Do you think like people, like door-to-door people, do you think they go door-to-door on Halloween?
I don't know. Do you think we even still have door-to-door
Yes.
salesmen?
Yes.
We do?
Well, like Mormons.
Oh, you mean like Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't think they're going out on the devil's day to be doing their holy work.
But see, that'd be wild to do their work on that day when people are going to open their doors for sure. Well,
Now
most
the real
people.
question is, do they wear a costume? That would be pretty smart, right? Like you know, you knock on the door, right? And you open the door, and then you just see two gentlemen wearing like a Big Bird costume and like a Darth Vader, and you're like, whoa, you kids are a little old for trick or treating. They go, yes, but we're not too old for the Bible. And you're like, oh shit, they got me.
Damn it. Those boys.
Those boys.
I don't know what to call them. They missionaries, right? Aren't they called
Yeah,
missionaries?
they're missionaries.
Okay.
They're missionaries.
Those fuckers, they got me to open the door.
God, that's actually almost pretty smart. Because if you see, like, even if you use your little peephole, you're going to see someone in a costume. And the height at a worst would make you think it's like the parents or whatever, right? But when you open it and you see no kids, you know, you fucked up. Either you're about to get mugged or you're going to get Jehovah Witnessed.
You're going to get told about Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's worse. But
Have you ever accidentally opened the door for a Jehovah's Witness?
no, but I've had Jehovah's Witnesses come up to me like
in
college.
person?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's awkward.
Yeah.
How
it
did you do with that?
You know what was even more awkward?
Huh.
That's the time in my life where I was really like trying to role play as my GTA character.
Oh no.
See, that might be another story for the podcast where I was having fun being mute for like a week or two. But yeah.
Ew.
But yeah, it was a fun experience. Maybe we'll get to it another time. But
Yeah, another time. But God, because I've totally opened the door on them, and it's like the most awkward. It's the most awkward feeling in the world trying to.
You've opened the door for them
On accident, yeah. I've
You
totally
fool.
done it. I know.
Well, you don't have a peephole on your door.
No, we don't have a peephole.
That's
So
really weird that people don't have peepholes on their door.
I mean, see, it's not that weird if you have like a security system or whatever that you can look through.
Mm-hmm.
But what was weird, because that's what we do in my house, right? Like, we have a security system so we can see what's going on around. But what's weird is those were the doors that came with the house, so there already wasn't a peephole to begin with. So I don't know what the people before us were doing.
And I know you can't look out the window because you have a weird.
Yeah, there's like a
wall.
porch there. Yeah. You can't see it all. But yeah, so I have totally, without thinking, just been like, oh, who's at the door? Fuck. And just been like, okay. Oh, wow. He sounds cool. What's his name? Jesus? Wow.
Wow, he sounds cool.
Wow,
Wowee.
I'm gonna go now. Wait, sir, please. Yeah, I don't know a clean exit strategy for that. That's pretty awkward.
Usually, the clean exit strategy for most people is, oh, no thanks. Ka-chung.
And you just close the door?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
It's
I feel
rude,
so bad.
but you feel so bad, but at the same time,
I feel so bad. I at least like let them talk for like 5 minutes.
See, that's weird coming from you because I know you to not take shit very well.
I don't, but like I feel bad because it's the expectation that they know people are gonna slam the door in their face, right?
You feel guilty.
I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I feel like I want to be that one person that hears them out, but I also really don't want to hear them out. I really don't want to be there.
So in the end, you've actually made it worse because now you're dragging it out, but it's still going to have the exact same conclusion.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly what's happened.
Hmm.
Because I mean, I've had other people knock on the door trying to like sell me stuff or like
solar panels. Oh wow, do tell, says Jacob.
No, I have shut that down every time because I don't know, man. Like, it's just a lot of those are scams. A lot of them are really bad scams, especially in our area. So I just cool close. Or when I'm smart about it and I see the like a brown uniform with like a lightning bolt or something for a logo, I'm like, they can believe no one's home. I'll just deal with that later. But no, I just feel bad for those guys. Those the Jehovah's Witness. I feel bad for them every time.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. I've never gotten approached in person by them though, like out on the street or whatever. I've never had that happen. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, for some reason, I guess they were at a college since you have to walk class to class.
Oh, that's devious.
Yeah. And I don't know why they think it's smart because, I was actually running late.
Oh.
So.
You would think that they would be like, it's 5 minutes past 8. If we see someone, they'll probably want to talk, right? They aren't totally running late for class right now when probably the last thing they want to do is speak to us. Do you think they ever try to like talk to those guys who ride their scooters or their skateboards up and down campus?
That'd be no, I don't think so. Unless they say like,
do you think
sir,
they armbar them and just like, you want to hear about Jesus, son?
Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I knocked you over. Actually, the light of Jesus can help you back up.
Since we're talking about forgiveness,
who else can forgive you for your sins?
If you really want my forgiveness, hear me out for a second. Maybe come to a meeting or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we'd be good Jehovah's Witnesses here because we're like at least workshopping some fresh ideas here.
See, we know how to make it like scummy. We know how to do that pretty well. I
think that's the exact opposite of the whole point of being a missionary.
Well, that's what Jesus said. You gotta have the pitch ready to go.
Look, Jesus was a carpenter. I'm sure he shortchanged a couple people in his time.
I know he did. He's like, you got a little bit of a.
Ma'am, you have a leak here.
Yeah.
That's totally going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
But for an extra 50 rocks, stones, I don't know what the money they used in Bible times were.
I don't know. Where was Jesus born?
Nazareth?
What's Nazareth?
Well, he's Jesus of Nazareth, right?
That sounds like an item from the Elder Scrolls. Like, oh, here's my Nazareth cube. I swear to God, that's an actual dungeon in Elder Scrolls.
It might be a reference to Jesus. You ever
oh
think
my
about
God.
that? You're thinking of one goes the other when it's clearly the other way around here.
Oh, okay.
You really think who's ever printing new editions of the Bible is a big fan of Elder Scrolls?
Possibly.
You know what? I said that and I thought about it for a second. I was like, you know what? I've seen all those guys. Like, you've seen those videos of like the organ players at like a church, like who play like video game music on the organs, and they're allowed to do it because literally no one else knows how to play an organ. And so they just like, you're at church and you hear someone start and play One Wing Angel from Final Fantasy VII. And just in the middle of the church choir, you hear da 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 da.
Yeah.
That'd be, man, what a religious experience that would be.
I'd go to that church.
I'd go to that church
I wouldn't
too,
stay for the rest of the sermon, but I at least listen to the.
At least I really hope he plays that in the beginning, because man, I'm gonna be really awkward there for like an hour and a half, being like, man, when he's gonna play One Wing Angel.
Reminds me of like how Smash Mouth would hold off doing like
Would they really? Would they really hold off doing All Star?
Well, yeah. Why else would you go to a Smash Mouth concert?
I don't know. Walking on the Sun's pretty good.
What?
Walking on the Sun?
Never heard of it.
That's another one of their songs.
Can you give me like the real quick hook?
No, nothing.
Never heard of it.
Walking
I think
on the Sun.
The only two Smash Mouth songs I know are "Due to Shrek."
Wait, what's the other one?
And then I saw her face. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm a believer.
Oh, it's a good song.
Yeah.
They have good songs. I don't know why everybody acts like they don't have good songs.
I don't know. I've just never been asked. I just
See, I'm in the
care.
weird position where like I liked All Star before it was in the Shrek movie.
Oh
so,
yeah,
like,
you're a hipster.
shut the fuck up. I hate you. No, like it was like a song me and my brother really liked, and then it just happened to be in Shrek, and we just both.
And then
lost
you
our
love the
shit.
song even more.
Well, yeah, I doubled down. I've never doubled down on something so hard and so fast in my life.
Is that holding up?
No, no, solid no.
Okay.
Because man, when something becomes a meme, nothing is gonna make me hate something faster. Like if it's something I liked unironically, and it's like now it's a meme, it's just like, oh shit, I literally get to. If I'm glad I like this because I'm gonna see it 30 times a day for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
And then I'm really sick of it.
Jacko post.
Wow, way to date this Jacko pose.
Oh, I'm sorry. Smash Mouth hasn't dated this enough.
Well, we're clearly talking about it in the past tense. Like Smash Mouth,
Yeah.
like is like it's like
Uh-huh.
is and was a meme. You know, Jacko pose is gonna be.
It's
popular
already
for-
dead.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not dated anymore. It's already in the past.
Jacko pose.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like
Nah,
it's
it's dead.
frame.
It's dead. I know for a fact.
Why is it okay? Why is it for a fact?
Because it
though?
hasn't popped up on my Twitter feed for like 2 days.
Well, yeah, it's a drawing challenge. Of course, it wasn't gonna pop up.
It's a meme. It's still a meme.
Well, yeah, and it's a good meme. I'm pretty okay with it as a
Nope.
meme. Look, there was some nice art that came out of it.
I agree. I agree, Jake. I'm just tired of seeing it.
It's just
time
a
for something
pose.
new.
It's just a pose.
It's time for something new.
Okay, I don't disagree. I'm just saying it's just a pose. Don't get mad.
I'm furious right now. What's up next? What else do you have to make me seethe?
To make you see.
Yep.
Thankfully nothing else because I think we're actually about at time.
Thank Christ, because my hour with you is almost done. I can't stand it anymore.
I think we've
Jacob.
technically gone over just a little bit of an hour.
They're gonna be pissed. It's not the power hour anymore. What are we gonna call this show? The power and a half hour?
We can call it the BJ power in about an hour.
Damn, that's pretty good.
That's not bad. It's a little long for a name though.
No, I can stand it.
But no, I think we're actually about time, so I think we're gonna call it here.
All right, folks. Well, thank you
For
very
listening
much.
to whatever this
We've covered very important topics today, such as BattleBots.
BattleBots. You don't remember anything we've talked about at this point, do
No,
you?
I remember BattleBots. Then afterwards was In-N-Out, right?
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah.
McDonald's In-N-Out, and then we had after In-N-Out, it kind of started splitting into multiple strands of
That's fair.
conversations.
That's fair. But anyway, so we're gonna call this now. So
Yep.
thanks for listening, all one of you.
Can't wait to
Read the no comments.
can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
I hope one of you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Have a good 9/11, I guess.
Yep. Have a really happy 9/11.
Man, I still don't know how I feel about that. That's gonna be rough.
We'll think on that.
Yeah, we'll think on that. Maybe it might come out a day early.
Maybe we'll see.
I don't know. I'll sleep on it, and when the existential terror hits me in the night, then I'll be like, maybe that's a bad call. Maybe that's a bad call.
Yep.
But
Well.
anyway, thanks so much for listening, and I guess we'll talk to you later.
Yep. See you next time.
Bye. Say bye, Ben.